This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And Mahomes going to put it up right away. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to run the momentum of this crowd with them. That's what they get after.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's going to be 4 down, a ways to go. 3rd and 14. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Got the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Second and 2. First down marker at the 8. To throw, Winston. Touchdown! Michael Thomas hauling in the Jameis Winston throw. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on fourth down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here.
They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there and decided to go for it on fourth down?
That felt like gut to me. What about you?
Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for them.
Pete Werner from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield,
and the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis in there to drop him in sacks on first and second downs. That leads to a third and long. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Well, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now on center. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
From the 39, Winston. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 6-0 our score after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score 6-6. Chiefs nothing.
Now Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
So many times times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Hill. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Winston keeps it himself. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Demario Davis has now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks are starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans.
from the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Allen looking to throw it right at the outset.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. They'll be a pickup for 15 as they lead the third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Winston. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? These guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball around.
Second down pass play there, and it's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them. They got trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Final pass for the Bills field goal. A 48-yard advantage.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that hole right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game? Man coverage against some 3 receivers. That time, the defense won.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 38 yards.
I can hear the film session right now. I can hear the coach saying to his team, guys, how does a guy that big get that open?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Imagine him as a kid, just trying to play hide and seek.
No chance.
No chance. He goes to hide behind the skinny tree. You see the front, the back, the top. Good luck.
Yeah, you see him. You don't see the tree.
Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Jameis now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. And I think he got a yard to the 41.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 58 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Moss is in. Touchdown, Bills. But just power football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point by Bass. Up and good. And that makes our score 17-0.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Winston's throw caught by Olave. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Winston now to throw on first down. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
15 more yards. That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Play action now. Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Winston. Finding Alvin Kamara for the completion. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
To Alvin Kamara. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Winston. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Jameis again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And they'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 of the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Winston. He completes it to Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 30 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this one is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the... second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And some space here.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown. Devin Singletary from 17 yards out. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Winston. And he rifles one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake, Winston.
Olave over the middle.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Again, it's Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Winston now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again with Winston.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Winston. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game. A swing pass outside or something, just something to bury it up.
Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The kick by Rice is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So in response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. It'll be a gain of 5. That's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense. So you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much right after the catch.
The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No score zone right here. No score zone. Focus, boys, focus. It's all about that teamwork. Focus.
Singletary, they'll run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack.
And a big loss of yardage.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And he's taken down. Back at his own side. Marcus Davenport, the first runner of UTSA with a sack.
This is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have those passing situations. It's hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes or their athletic ability.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 15-yard touchdown, Brown.
And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Winston to throw for it. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here in the fourth. So they're throwing in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes they can risk it, but they got it.
And you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A big mistake there. You just got the lead fourth quarter, and now they start at the 40. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Allen's throw going to be caught by McKenzie.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight one-point game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One final try here for Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them.
Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Allen.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Tell statistician on another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. Tough one for the offensive line. Getting right back behind that line. Hoping for more time to attempt a lovely 3rd down pass.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen.
Eluding the pressure right. Uncorks one for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts, not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.